Miles deserves his own superhero name. I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and rant. Go ahead and put your rants down in the comments below. Go ahead and rant away. Go crazy. Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. I have to stand on business. Okay, because I'm trying to be reasonable here, right? For me, I tweeted about this, and I'm having a back and forth with my boy Axie Vaughn. Shout out to Axie. But we're having a conversation about the fact that I personally think that Miles deserves his own name, and he shouldn't be trying to, like, in the Insomniac games, right? In the Insomniac Spider-Man games, for some reason they're both named Spider-Man, and I don't like that, because number one, it's confusing, and number two, it makes Miles just seem like a derivative of Peter Parker, and it's like he's not. He's a different person. But for some reason, the Spider-Man community really wants Miles to have the Spider-Man name for some reason. Even though, like, if Peter and Miles are both being Spider-Man at the same time, it makes it redundant. Because if I'm calling and I'm like, Spider-Man, help, or like I'm talking to, they're both there in the same room, and I'm like, Spider-Man, hey, and they both look at me. Now I'm like, okay, I don't know what I can't say the black one. That's racist. You know what I mean? I can't say, give me the black one, give me the white one. That's weird. Okay, no. What I'm trying to say is, if they're both going to be Spider-Man in the same universe and be active, mind you, they're both actively being superheroes together. Why not give Miles his own superhero name? Why can't he get like a unique Spider-Man spider related name, like Arachnid or Electric Spider or Stealth Spider or something? You know what I mean? Something unique to Miles, right? Like, and I'm going to compare Insomniac Spider-Man, the games, with the movie Spider-Verse, right? Because Spider-Verse did this idea way better, in my opinion, where Miles is still Spider-Man, but how he became Spider-Man, or the way he is Spider-Man, is through Peter Parker of his universe dying. So he's not alive anymore. Peter Parker in this in Miles' universe is dead, right? So now he's actually Spider-Man. He took up the mantle of Spider-Man. That to me is completely fine. He's still Spider-Man. He can be Spider-Man. It's fine. But he at least let it be a mantle. Let it be something where, like, Peter Parker is no longer Spider-Man anymore. He's done. Either he's dead, or he gave up, or he stopped being, he lost his powers, whatever. Have it be something like that. Why do they both have to be Spider-Man at the same time in the Insomniac game? You know what I mean? Because it makes it confusing. Because, say for instance, if I'm, Genki, for example, Genki has to say Miles and Mr. Parker, right? He can't just say Spider-Man, because I think he does say it in the game. He says Spider-Man, and it's like, which one are you talking about? You know what I mean? And I just feel like it just makes it super confusing for no reason. And I think for me, that's just the way my brain works. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, now I have to, like, differentiate the two. Now I have to make up my own names for them, and it's like, now that makes it harder, because now I gotta, now I gotta make up a new name for them on the spot. And then I can't, I'm not going to call Miles Black Spider-Man. That's just dumb. Okay. And it sounds low key like if a white person was to say, okay, that's, like, I'm just like, I just don't, why can't Miles have his own Spider-Man, spider related name? Why can't he have his own name? But, like, if Peter isn't Spider-Man, then that's fine. If Peter is just Peter Parker and he doesn't have, the name of Spider-Man, then I don't have a problem with that. That's not, I just feel like it's weird to completely, it's just to have two Spider-Man. That's all. It's that simple. For me, it's just really that simple. Why is there two Spider-Man? Use a different name. Okay, I was gonna say, like, I know I heard somewhere in a video where one of them was, where Miles was named Kid Arachnid. That's okay. Only issue is that Kid Arachnid has kid in front of it, so, like, maybe it works when he's young, but at the same time, like, I feel like that just kind of shows his age. You know what I mean? When I think Spider-Man should just be, you know, or the superhero name should just be synonymous, or not synonymous, should be like, it should last until he, you know, until he grows old and stuff. You know what I mean? It shouldn't just like, because if his name Kid Arachnid gets popular, people are going to call him Kid Arachnid even when he's an adult, and it doesn't make any sense, right? It's the same thing as if a rapper was to name himself, you know, Kid Ink, for example. The rapper Kid Ink, his name is Kid Ink. He's probably like 30 something now. I don't even know. He's like 30 something now, and like his name is still Kid Ink. I feel like it's just like, you're a grown ass man. Change your name. You know what I mean? But everybody calls him Kid Ink. That's not really going to change that much, because people aren't really going to care enough to want to change the name they have for you in their mind. So it's best to go ahead and start early and be like, all right, this name, that's why Spider-Man was a genius from Stan and Ditko, because Spider-Man started out as a high schooler graduating to go to college. He was still like in his mid to late teen years, growing up to be a man. That's the point, right? So of course his name is going to be Spider-Man, because he's growing into that name. He has to grow into the name Spider-Man. He's not just starts out Spider-Man, right? Mentally, he doesn't start out Spider-Man. He grows into being Spider-Man, and that's why I miss Stan Lee, because Stan Lee's writing and his ideas were, they were good, in my opinion, personally. I just want to ask. I really want to ask. I want you guys in the comments to tell me, why do a lot of Spider-Man and Miles Morales fans want Miles to have the name Spider-Man? Like, what's the background behind that? Because I don't really know, because I haven't really done any research and to try to figure out why. I just find it interesting that people are so adamant that Miles should have the mantle of Spider-Man, while Peter Parker Spider-Man is still a thing. You know what I mean? Like, I can see if Peter Parker dies, or Peter Parker stops being Spider-Man, like in Spider-Verse, right? And then Miles is like, okay, now I'm Spider-Man, because he's dead. Spider-Man dead. And then so now the mantle has to go to somebody else. So it's obviously going to go to Miles. It just makes sense that way. That's why I like Spider-Verse, because Spider-Verse, it does it right, in my opinion. Insomniac doesn't. It's not doing it right, in my opinion. I like so far, I'm watching people play it. I don't have a PS5, so I can't really play the game, but I watch people play it, and they always, like, the Spider-Man stuff gets confusing, because it says at the bottom down here, it says like Spider-Man, and it has like a different like icon, and it's like it's too, like, it would be so much easier if you would just had a different name for Miles, like Arachnid or something. Like, why does, what's her name? The chick that is like, there's a chick in the comic books where every time Peter gets around her, they just are just like biologically, like, not forced, but like they just literally just start fucking. Like, they just can't not. You know what I mean? I forgot what her name is, but she's like something spider related, Weaver or something. I don't know. That's unique. Why can't Miles have that? You know what I mean? Like, why is Miles the one that doesn't get that? You know what I mean? There's Spider Bite, which is Peter's kid. She gets May. I think her name is May or something like that. Mayday. Like, her name is Spider Bite. And Miles is he's just stuck with having Peter Parker. He's just stuck with having Spider-Man. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's just dumb at this point. It's just like, just give him a new name. Just give him a name. Give him a new name. There's Madam Weaver, I think, Madam Web or something like that. Like, there's so many ways you can use the spider pun. Like, come on, bro, get creative. Why does Miles have to have spider? Like, that's just me. Okay, this is just personally my opinion. I'm pretty sure I'm on, like, cause I also don't want to be like, I already know, like, if this video like blows up or something, I hope it doesn't. But if it does, I don't consider me part of the group of people who think Miles Like Miles is Miles and Miles isn't Spider-Man. I'm not saying Miles isn't Spider-Man. I'm just saying there needs to be, if Miles is going to be Spider-Man, he needs to be, it needs to make sense. There can't be two Spider-Man in the same fucking story. Okay? Because it's confusing at this point. I can't call both of them Spider-Man. Okay? I mean, you can, but it's like, why can't he just have his own name? It doesn't change anything about the story. It doesn't change the story at all. It literally is just that he just has a different name. Why not? Like, what's the issue? Like, so I don't know. I just want y'all to, argue against my points in the comment section, okay? Because I don't understand. I don't understand why he needs to be Spider-Man. Why can't he just be his own person? I'm just saying Spider-Verse did it better, in my opinion. Spider-Verse did it better, and yeah. Because the thing, also, so he actually had a interesting question about, he said Miles is his own superhero. True. He just has the same name. People only bring this argument up in regards to Miles and Laura Kinney. I don't know who Laura Kinney is. X-23. Oh, that's her name. X-23. Wait, I didn't know they brought her. I didn't know they tried to make her like Laura Kinney's X-23. That's her name. That's her superhero name. X-23. I don't know. But you don't ever hear shit about Green Lantern, Dick Grayson, or the Flash. Okay. I get the points. However, Green Lantern is different because Green Lantern is not an individual name for one person. And Green Lantern is a name for a collective of singular people, right? Every person that is under the Green Lantern Corps are called Green Lantern. They just have their own names that they were born with that people call them because it's easier that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's easier because obviously I'm not going to call everybody Green Lantern. It's just dumb. Okay? We got John Stewart. We got a bunch of people. Same thing with the red, the yellow, the purple. I don't know. I forgot. The white lanterns. You know what I mean? Like, they all are that color lantern. That's their name. That's their superhero name. But it doesn't mean that they're going to be called that because they don't need to. They just use their regular names. So, and then he said Dick Grayson. I think he meant Robin. So Robin is a name given to Batman's sidekicks for identity reasons. So like Robin is similar to Green Lantern, where Robin is just the name that Batman gives his sidekicks. That's just the name. That's just the name that they were given. But that doesn't change the fact that their real name is still their real name. For example, Dick Grayson actually became Nightwing, which is dope. We all love Nightwing, right? So I feel like that is a good example of what they could do with Spider-Man, right? He could be called Kid Arachnid when he's young, and then when he gets older and becomes an adult, he could just change his name to something else. Okay, like he could just do that. It's not that crazy, you know what I mean? And then it's like the Flash. The Flash is a good example because Flash has the same issue that Spider-Man does. Is that the Flash, Wally West, is considered the Flash. However, the Flash was Barry Allen, or technically it was the guy before Barry Allen, but that is a mantle, right? That was given. But I feel like, why not just go ahead and just give him a unique name? You know what I mean? And you can argue that for the Green Lantern, but like I feel like the Robin premise and Dick Grayson, Red Hood, like those are good examples of it being done right, in my opinion, where they were just, they had a name when they were young, and then they get older, and as an adult, they just change their name. Simple, right? They were all, and I don't know. I just feel like there's just a way better way of doing it than just having two people with the same name. You know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb. Also, Robin has never been Batman before, or like, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think any Robin has been a Batman. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a Batman enthusiast. Okay, so I don't know, but like Robin hasn't grown up and became Batman. That's Bruce Wayne. Besides, Batman 2099 or 2099, which is the future Batman, which is the, obviously, right? But his name was still Batman, but it was a different person. So it gets complicated. This is a complicated topic because it just simply is just opinion. It's just how you feel about it, right? This is how you feel. So I just feel like it's one of those things where there should be, like, I think personally, obviously this is all personal opinion. So like, personally, there shouldn't be two people at the same time with the name Batman, or with the name Spider-Man. Batman, there's no such thing as two people with the name Batman, right? If in Batman Forever, I think that's actually a name, not Batman 2099. I don't know why I was thinking of Spider-Man, but Batman Forever, Batman is still Batman, but it's a different person under the Batman mantle. But the actual Batman, Bruce Wayne, is old and decrepit, so he's not really going to be acting as Batman. He's going to be acting as Bruce Wayne when he does things, because the Batman symbol is already taken by the current Batman. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, like, I just don't understand why having two people with the same name in the same story actively doing superhero things makes sense. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And obviously, you can go down in the comments and roast me if you want. I don't care. I mean, I do care, because I want to know your opinion. I do want to know your opinion. So, yes, tell me your opinion. I just don't understand. Teach me, okay? Hopefully, y'all are nice in the comments, be respectful, But yeah, that's just me. That's my opinion. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know when. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Love yourselves, love others, stay wise, stay off. All right? Peace.
I don't be asking no questions, I don't be wasting the time. I'm really doing this, what of influences, I don't need no one to shine. Ain't got no need to be flexing, nigga, this city is mine. I'm really doing this, what of influences, I don't need no one to shine. The monster is jacking my fivers, so I'm about to kick in the pile. These niggas, they settle for ladder, really that shit in my style. My city and pray for a savior, cause he